are you guys and gals out there ready? It's the holidays, so here we go again for another merry-go-round of ridiculous absurdities regarding the experiences that you'll probably be going through. In this video, I've put together things that you can expect if you're going to be spending Christmas and the New Year with a narcissist. And if I've missed anything, feel free to leave your experiences in the comments below. And stay tuned because I'll also be sharing a personal experience that I've once had holidays with the narcissist. So let's jump right in. Number one, they are going to go out of their way to not help with anything. It's a busy time on top of a full-time job, taking care of children and shopping for gifts. You are also left with the responsibility of meal planning, shopping for food, including paying out of pocket for everything and cleaning. And they won't lift a finger to help with anything, no matter how exhausted you look. Matter of fact, they'll feel good, believing that it looks good on you, that you deserve to feel exhausted because you don't have 100% attention on them. Focusing on feeding others and buying gifts for others makes them feel that you're abandoning them, that they aren't priority, and this bothers them to no avail. They just want things to go back to the way they were. And some of you might be thinking, what difference does it make? They're always on their computers anyway, or their phones. So you're not taking anything away from them. But narcissists don't view it like that, even though they're in another room. They want you thinking about them at all times, worrying about them, looking for ways to please them. So if you take in a plate of cookies to them while they're in their own space or their private rooms or making dinner, means that they are on your mind, aka supply. If you're making to-do lists for the holidays, they are not 100% on your mind. Now, in this business, you might ask them to do one task and the answer is going to be no, or they'll find a way to sabotage it. And it could be one simple thing like asking them to hang a Christmas wreath on the door because you're busy cooking, wrapping gifts, and washing floors. You have guests coming and you've not even had time to sit and have a coffee break in days while they're sitting around watching football games, soap operas, or playing online videos. And by the time the guests arrive, the wreath is still sitting by the door. It's appalling to them that you tell them what to do. I mean, who do you think you are? And so every time that you've walked by the door and saw it there, you bit your tongue in frustration because you knew darn well better that if you said anything, a fight would ensue. You'd be accused of being a nag or a control freak. And so you bite your tongue because you know that they're a ticking time bomb, especially during the holidays. And number two is they will sabotage the holidays by starting a huge fight with you. Narcissists cannot stand not being front and center, like I just mentioned. So a great way to get back into center is to start a fight. It's ridiculously childish, but it's who they are. And one way they'll go about starting a fight is by creating a gaslighting opportunity to upset you. They'll promise something like letting you know that they'll take the children to hockey practice so that you can take care of the other tasks, only to turn around and go visit a friend when that time comes. So when you confront them about it, they'll tell you that they never promised you that. They never said that. Narcissists will do everything and anything to frustrate the daylights out of you for two reasons. One is to punish you because not all eyeballs are on them. And then two is to ensure a fight. They want that fight like an addict wants their drug. They'll do things like go to their office Christmas party and not include you. They'll show up really late at that dinner party. They'll walk around the house with contempt on their face. They'll cancel plans at the last minute and leave you hanging. They will find ways to discard and devalue you as a person. They'll yell at you for asking a question a second time that you asked because they didn't answer you the first time, and proceed to call you horrible names, which will end in narcissistic rage. Now what started off as a normal day turns into a ruined one, and as though that weren't enough, the next few days will be spent being stonewalled. So while everyone you know is spending fun, loving days, you are walking on eggshells in a cold, angry home. And I know that so many of you out there are hoping to find a way to get them to come around. I feel for you, I really do. But unfortunately, nothing you do will change their behavior. And you might view them as a these sick puppies that are traumatized and don't really know what they're doing. But that's where you're getting it wrong, because all of these fights that you're trying to resolve have been meticulously calculated. At least the intention was. You're dealing with pure evil. You're dealing with people who don't care about you. They only care about themselves. The only thing you can do in this is to save yourself, and you do that by using radical acceptance, meaning that you accept the things you cannot change. This is who they are. It has nothing to do with you and all to do with them. It doesn't matter who they're with. Any partner that they are with will get the same treatment. So when it comes to holidays with these characters, expect nothing from them other than chaos. Ask nothing of them. Just keep nodding your head and say, yes, dear, and navigate your day as best you can. Number 3 is the devaluation, as though they don't do that enough in everyday situations, but during the holidays, they seek every opportunity to make you feel less than. During the holidays is usually when they'll see you shining. They'll see you all excited, looking forward to family gatherings and buying gifts for your loved ones. And to a narcissist, seeing you happy makes them cringe. It really upsets them because they do not accept you feeling joy. Joy is something that they don't have because they're always angry about something. So they resent that you have something that they don't. They are extremely jealous of the happiness of others. So if you're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, they will put you back in your place fast. The first Christmas that I had with this narcissist in my life at the time, which was to be the last narcissist, I was really excited about Christmas that year because I hadn't had Christmas in years. My kids live far away and they usually spend holidays with their father. Anyway, it was our first Christmas together, and we had only been dating for a couple of months. And as most experiences with narcissists, he had already moved in. So here I was all excited about Christmas. No clue yet that he was a narcissist. I mean, I didn't even know anything about narcissism back then. So I went all out. I bought a tree. I bought all these decorations and made sure to pick up hot chocolate and marshmallows. And one of the other reasons that I was excited was that I noticed that we never spent any time together because he was always online reading. And that even included during dinner. He was a cerebral narcissist. Well, actually, he was a cerebral, covert, malignant narcissist. I had the whole package. But anyway, I used to rationalize all of this with the fact that he was just this quiet person who loved to read, and who was I to complain when other women had bigger issues that I'd seen over the years in my coaching business with husbands who spent nights in bars or spent online time watching porn. However, when it came to our first holiday together, I thought surely he'd put the reading glasses down. I would make hot chocolate and bake cookies while we decorated the tree together. How romantic, right? Boy, did I have a rude awakening. I spent the evening decorating alone without even a statement from him when he saw it finished. He did get the hot chocolate and cookies, though, as I served it to him in his office. And he even came out of the office a couple of times to get more cookies from the kitchen, but not once did he bother popping his head in to see how I was doing as I sat there by myself. That's caring for someone. And that was only the beginning of the discard. As the days went by, I had hung 2 gigantic Christmas stockings, and every day I went out and I found more things that I thought he would like, and I filled his stocking. His was full and bulky, which was obvious to anybody who walked in the room, while mine was flat and empty. And the tree was the same. It was filled with gifts that he knew were mostly for him, because he knew that I sent all of my grandchildren's gifts via Amazon. But in all of this, I got a pair of scissors from the dollar store that he bought to replace the pair that he had broken. He did shop for his friends, though, and used my Scotch tape and wrapping paper to wrap their gifts in front of me, and they didn't get scissors. One of the gifts that I bought for him was a tablet. And back then, tablets were all the rage. And since he was a computer geek, I thought he would love this gift. Plus, it was the top of the line one. But rather than getting a thank you, though, I was yelled at and called horrific names with expected answers from me about what I was thinking to buy him anything that had to do with technology when he was the tech guy. But he sure enjoyed that tablet. This was to be my first experience with seeing something was not right with this guy. And looking back today, I can see the discard and how he went out of his way to make me feel low about myself using guilt and shame tactics. Narcissists will discard and devalue throughout the relationship, but when it comes to holidays, they thrive. Number 4, they will dim the lights on your mood. And it'll be all these little things that just wear you down and take away your joy. They'll complain about the drive to the in-laws. They'll complain about the food. They'll complain about having to hang out with your family. And you'll feel guilty for quote unquote putting them through all of this. And you'll also feel resentment that they just can't put aside one bloody day for you. But you'll be stuck holding that inside because you know all too well about the punishments for stating your truth or expressing your feelings. And all you want in this is some smiles and a few shared laughter, because Christmas represents warmth and love. But all they can do is bicker and make your life miserable rather than make the best of it. Extremely childish behavior. Another thing they'll do is take credit for all of your hard work or gifts that you bought, because a lot of times we just say from the both of us, but it's really from you. Or the food that you made, all of a sudden they made it. And lastly, number 5, and this one I'm referring to holidays with an ex-narcissist. And that one can go either way depending on the situation at hand. One thing that they can do is hoover you. Narcissists like to take the opportunity to try and get back into your good graces because they know that holidays can be a vulnerable time. They might try and buy you lavish gifts or try to be really there for the children as though they've changed. Or they could use the opportunity to try and turn the children against you, send you angry texts, or use triangulation since there's opportunity to see more family members during this time. When you are involved with a narcissist, holidays are a crucial time to stay calm. You know it's coming, so don't be silly and don't be vulnerable. Eyes wide open. Stay prepared for anything. Imagine what you would do if you encountered a bear. You certainly wouldn't win by defending yourself. He's way too big. He'll eat you alive. And trying to run from him is going to cost you. The only thing you can do is play dead so that he goes away. Play dead. Stay brave, be alert, and play dead. I am wishing you the best of holidays under these dire circumstances. Wipe away those tears and tell yourself that this too shall pass and that you're on your way to healing your life, because for all of you out there binge watching videos like this, it is because you are on your way. So peace out and Merry Christmas.